What if I told you the highest paid job in America once earned less than a modern Uber driver? But today, someone doing a completely different job can make more in a week than a surgeon made in a year back then. Even crazier, some of the richest jobs from the past don't even exist anymore. So what changed? And which jobs actually made people the most money in every decade? Let's go back to where it all began. 1950s, the doctor era. Welcome to the 1950s. Post-war America is booming, suburbs are growing, everything feels stable. And if you wanted to be rich, you became a doctor. Back then, physicians were among the highest paid professionals in the country, earning the equivalent of around $200,000 plus today. But here's the twist. This wasn't just about money. Doctors had status, power, and near total trust. No Google, no second opinions. If your doctor said something, that was final. Imagine a world where WebMD doesn't exist. Scary, right? But being a doctor wasn't just respected, it was one of the few careers that guaranteed wealth. Until the next decade, when money started shifting. 1960s, corporate kings rise. Now we move into the 1960s. Big companies are taking over. Think oil, manufacturing, Wall Street beginnings. And suddenly, a new kind of rich appears. Corporate executives. CEOs and top-level managers start earning serious money, bonuses, stock perks, influence. For the first time, you didn't need to save lives to make the most money. You just needed to run the people who did. This is where the game changed from skill to control. The higher you climbed in a company, the more money you made. And this idea, it never really left. 1970s, oil money explosion. Then came the 1970s, and everything got weird. Oil prices skyrocketed, global tension, energy crisis. And overnight, oil executives and energy sector leaders became insanely rich. We're talking massive salaries, insane bonuses, and influence over entire economies. Imagine your paycheck depending on global chaos. That was the oil industry. If you were in the right place at the right time, you weren't just wealthy, you were untouchable. But nothing lasts forever, because the 1980s, that's when money became aggressive. 1980s, Wall Street takes over. Welcome to the decade of excess. Fast cars, big suits, bigger egos. This is the era of investment bankers and stockbrokers. Wall Street exploded. People were making millions, not by building things, but by moving money. Some traders made more in one day than entire companies made in a year back then. Bonuses were insane. Greed was normal. And if you've ever heard the phrase, greed is good, yeah, this is where it came from. But here's the problem. When money moves too fast, it eventually crashes.
1990s, the tech gold rush begins. Then came the 90s, and this is where things start to look familiar. Computers, internet, startups, and suddenly, tech entrepreneurs and software engineers begin rising to the top. At first, it didn't look like much, but then companies started going public, and early employees became millionaires overnight. Imagine working a normal job, then waking up one day, and you're a millionaire. That was the dot-com boom. Stock options became the new gold. And for the first time, the highest paid people weren't just employees anymore. They were builders. Mini cliffhanger, end of part 1. But everything was about to explode. Because the 2000s didn't just change who gets paid the most. It changed how fast you could become rich. And by the time we get to 2026, some of the highest paid jobs don't even require a degree. 2000s, the dot-com survivors. The 2000s started with a crash. The dot-com bubble burst. Billions vanish overnight. Companies disappeared. And a lot of overnight millionaires went back to zero. Imagine becoming rich, then broke in the same year. But here's what most people missed. The people who survived, they became even richer. This is where names like early tech founders and executives started quietly rebuilding. And by the mid-2000s, Tech CEOs and startup founders once again became the highest paid. But this time, smarter. Less hype.
2020s, the creator economy and tech titans. Welcome to the 2020s. And now, money moves faster than ever before. The highest paid jobs are no longer jobs in the traditional sense. They're tech founders, investors, top-tier content creators, crypto and AI innovators. Some people now make more from one viral video than a doctor made in an entire lifetime in the 1950s. Let that sink in. We've gone from saving lives to capturing attention, and attention is now one of the most valuable currencies on Earth. But wait, it gets even crazier. 2023 to 2026, the AI gold rush. Right now, we're living through another massive shift, artificial intelligence, and this might be the biggest one yet. AI engineers, startup founders, and tech innovators are becoming some of the highest paid people on the planet. We're talking massive salaries, huge equity deals, billion-dollar startups. Some AI engineers are being paid hundreds of thousands to millions per year just to build the future. But here's the real twist. You don't even need to be a hardcore engineer anymore, because now people are making money using AI, content, automation, digital businesses. The barrier to entry lower than ever. If you step back and look at the pattern, the highest paid jobs in every decade follow one simple rule. They go to the people closest to the biggest shift happening at the time. 1950s, healthcare boom, doctors. 1960s, corporate expansion, executives. 1970s, energy crisis, oil leaders. 1980s, finance explosion, Wall Street. 1990s, internet rise, tech builders. 2000s, startup power, founders. 2010s, social media, creators. 2020s, AI revolution, innovators. So the real question isn't what job pays the most, it's where's the world going next? Because here's the truth. The people who make the most money aren't chasing jobs, they're chasing change. And right now, we're in the middle of one of the biggest changes in history. So if you had to choose, would you go back and become a doctor in the 1950s or stay right here and try to figure out how to win in 2026? If content like this opens your eyes to how money really moves, hit subscribe because this channel is all about seeing what others miss. And trust me, the next shift, most people won't see it coming.